now that we've read the nursery rhyme, let's practice answering a question. Questions are things that we want to ask, and they often start with words like who, what, where, when, why, and how. There was a question in the nursery rhyme. It said, where are the bees? Now look, at the end of that question, there's a special punctuation mark. That's called a question mark. That tells your reader that you're asking something. Now let's do some thinking. Where are the bees? What's the answer to that question? Where were they in the nursery rhyme? That's right, they were in their hive most of the time, weren't they? Well, today we're going to write an answer to that question. Where are the bees? Our answer today is going to be, they are in the hive. Make sure you have something to write on and something to write with so you can write along with us. Now, before we start writing, let's plan out our sentence. Let's clap out those words. Here we go. They are in the hive. Let's count out the words and see how many words are in our sentence. Count it with me. They are in the hive. There are 5 words in that sentence. Now, before I start writing, I like to draw lines on my paper to remind me that there's spaces between my words. You can draw lines too. As we draw our lines, let's say our sentence so we know where the words go. They are in the hive. Now we're ready to write. All right, the first word in our sentence is the word they. We know it's going to need a capital because it's the beginning of our sentence. Let's stretch out the word they. The, a. The first sound is the. Do you know the 2 letters that make that sound? Yes, that's TH. They work together to make the sound in this word. Let's start at the top, slide over and go down for a capital T. Now an H, let's start at the top, go down, back up, and make a hump. The, a. It sounds like the long A sound, but in this word, it's spelled E-Y to make that sound. Let's start in the middle, slide over, up, and around like a C. Now we need a Y. Start in the middle, slant down, back up, and all the way down. Nice work. Let's read what we have to figure out what comes next. They are is our next word. You're an expert at that word because it's one of our new high frequency words. Now remember, this word is tricky to spell. Do you remember how to spell it? It's spelled A-R-E. Now remember, the A and the R work together to make the R sound. And then we need a silent E at the end. Let's write it. A, make a C, close it, and go down. R, start in the middle, go down, back up, and around. Now we need an E. Start in the middle, slide over, up, and around like a C. All right, take your finger and read what we have so far. They are in is our next word. Let's stretch it out. What sound do you hear at the beginning of that word? An I. Good. Start in the middle, go down, back up, and make a dot. You need an N at the end of that word. Start in the middle, go down, back up, and make a hump. All right, let's read what we have so far to figure out what comes next. They are in the. Let's stretch out the word the. What sound do you hear at the beginning of the word the? Yes, it's TH again, just like in the word they. The has the same sound at the beginning. Let's write a T. Start at the top, go down, back up, and slide to the right. Now an H. Start at the top, go down, back up, and make a hump. The. Now it sounds like a U sound at the end of that word, but it's actually an E. That's the part we have to remember by heart. Let's start in the middle, slide over, around like a C. All right, we're almost done with our sentence. Take your finger, read it with me so we can figure out our last word. They are in the hive is our last word. Let's stretch out the word hive. H-I-V. What's the first sound in the word hive? Yes, an H. Let's start at the top, go down, back up, and make a hump. H-I. We hear the long I sound. Start in the middle, go down, back up, and make a dot. H-I-V. We need a V next. Start in the middle, slant down, back up. H-I-V. Now in this word, the I says its own name. So we need a magic E at the end of that word to make the vowel say its own name. So let's start in the middle, slide over, up, and around like a C. Nice work. We can't forget a punctuation mark at the end of our sentence. I'm going to use a period to tell our readers it's the end. All right, let's take our finger and read our sentence. Point under each word as you read. They are in the hive. Nice work. Now we just need a picture to match. Well, I'm thinking that I'm going to draw a picture of a beehive because the bees are in the hive. You can draw a picture to match your sentence. Here's my beehive. Nice work today. You wrote the answer to the question, where are the bees? Make sure to read your sentence to someone at home and tell them about your picture.
This program is made possible in part by the Michigan Department of Education, the State of Michigan, and the W.K. Kellogg Foundation. Additional support by, and by viewers like you. Thank you.